Hey guys, so I know I was supposed to make a video after my last two posts, but I came across some research, some shit that fell in my lap that blew my mind. And I gotta talk about it. These next few videos are going to be my flat earth theory videos. So you guessed it, we are talking about the flat earth theory. Now, I'm gonna start by saying that at first I thought it was completely bogus. But the more and more research that fell in my lap, I realized that I was the one tripping. I'm going to post a series of videos right after this so you can see what I'm talking about, and it all makes fucking sense. Like I said, the spiritual journey, everything makes sense. Everything comes together like a puzzle. All the facts are coming to light. Information just falls on your lap. And I want to talk about this flat earth theory because what the girl was talking about in the last two posts that I made establishes what she's saying. And why do I say that? Because she talked about the fourth dimension actually being under earth. And if you are a Christian and believe in the Bible and heaven and hell, and y'all believe that demons belong under earth, then that's what it is. There's no core of the earth. It's beneath us. We're in a fucking bubble, floating in an infinite body of water. This is also explained in the Bible as above, as below. And just, oh my God, I'm going to get into more details later. But so many fucking things make sense. Down to fucking astronaut gear, you know what I'm saying? Gravity, why we float in fucking space. We're floating in the fucking ocean. In a body of water. I wouldn't call it an ocean. We don't really know what it is. To the fucking helmets. Think about fucking Sandy in SpongeBob SquarePants. That bitch got she got a spacesuit on. She lives in a globe under the sea. There is so many truths exposed in the shit they put in media. Which I'll also talk about one very important movie that you guys gotta go see. I mentioned it before, The Giver. I'm gonna talk more about that shit. But watch these two videos right quick and I'm gonna get back to blabbing in just a second.
Abundant thing in the universe is water. Space is not a vacuum, but an infinite ocean. Habitable zones in the space ocean are a hardened crystal bubble with a gas pocket and sometimes a solid rocky base. When you see planets in a telescope, you are seeing gas bubbles in the ocean from inside your crystal bubble. Travel from each zone is done using fast-moving water currents that form transit tunnels. Meow. The most abundant thing in
We are
This
under
is so
a
simple
bill.
to explain, it's ridiculous. This is the sun. This specifically right here. Now this line around the sun is the sun reflecting off the dome. It's reflecting off the dome. It's a reflection, people. Yo. Space is not real. Why do you think in space, when people are floating, it looks like something that you know on the earth, floating through water? Doesn't it look like you're floating through water? Doesn't it? And why did they say that in space, it's freezing to the point where you can be frozen? Right? Why? And when you get to the deepest point in certain waters, same thing. Why? Why is it that the sky is blue, right? And the ocean is blue. Oh my God. They tricked this world. They made y'all just eat that foolishness, bro. Y'all just eating it up too. Ever wonder why a rainbow is shaped like a dome? Well, here's your answer. Just look at the mass, man. If it wasn't a dome, it would have made this shape. A rainbow would have looked like this. But because it is a dome, a rainbow looks like this. See? Proof. We can do all scientific experiments, yeah, and prove that we're living under a dome. That's the reason why it keeps on making that shape. No matter where you go on the earth, you keep on seeing this shape right here. The sun is not in space. The sun is underneath the dome. Look at the sun in the clouds. What's it doing in the clouds? Is it not supposed to be in space? Isn't that the sun right there? What is a plane doing, right? Flying above the sun. Now let me show you some video. Tell me y'all didn't just see those clouds floating behind the sun. Behind it. What's going on? Yo, the lie is so big. And guess what? Guess what all these lies are for? No, for real. I know all of y'all are busting your heads through all these new things y'all are learning, right? But guess what? All these lies, on top of lies, on top of lies, is to hide. A people. God's chosen people. The apple of his eye. Imagine every single lie on the face of the earth was created to hide the children of Israel.
Hey, can you hear me? You're cutting out a little bit. You there? Hello? Can you hear me? Let me try to give you a call back.
Hello, Neil and Buzz. I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House. And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made.
All right, Globies, you guys are killing me with these meltdowns you're having in my comment sections. Look, this is where you live, and this is where you've always lived. The Earth is flat, the sun and the moon are the same size, the sun overtakes the moon every month, and, oh yeah, we do think that the Earth is round on the edges, like a coin. See, we have that in common. Gosh, that looks a lot like the United Nations logo. Isn't it weird that all astronauts are Freemasons? Globies, you know that moon landing was fake. They made a phone call from the moon? And have you ever noticed that any image of a star or a planet or even the Earth that shows the entirety of the Earth is complete CGI? And have you ever noticed that any video close to the surface of the Earth is always with a fisheye lens? That's weird. What does that do to the horizon? How the one thing that all the countries of the world can agree upon is the penguins, and they all signed the Antarctic Treaty, and they forbid us to go there. Isn't it weird that the one star out of millions of stars that is above the North Pole is the only star that doesn't move? Magnetic North, anyone? Hey, Globies, tell me about Magnetic South. Okay, and let's think. If the sun was moving at 448,000 miles per hour as we chased it in this elliptical orbit, do you think we'd have constellations? The same constellations that have been there since the start of time? Globies, why does a plane from Buenos Aires to Sydney have to stop in LA? It makes a lot of sense on this map, but it's thousands of miles out of the way on your globe. Globies, what's the mathematical probability that the sun and the moon are the same visual size and can perfectly eclipse? And what's with all these laser tests that are done over 50 miles of resting water that show no curvature when there should be miles of curvature? Whoa, that one's rough. All this flat earth stuff seems to match the Bible. Whoa. Uh-oh. It's okay. We got Jesus, and he died for my sins, and he died for your sins. Just gotta believe and follow. But you have to ask yourself, why are you so angry when you see flat earth videos? Is it because outer space is a religion by itself? Where are the stars in NASA footage? Why don't the planets have phases? They almost seem like lights themselves. Well, golly gee, outer space doesn't even exist. Have you heard about the firmament? Globies, I know all this stuff because I was once a globie. And I'd still be a globie if God didn't intervene. But the truth is good news. We were all created by God. I forgive you, globies.